I could be wrong.
Look at the radar.
Maybe it was Gary.
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming big time. I did, and it's coming big time. And I think we should turn left on Renner. Serious.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Yes. Look.
Really? I see nothing more. Yeah, I'm turning left.
Well, that was Tomer. He was saying the rain was coming, but we had looked at the forecast. Thunderstorm's not rolling in till 8:45. Pop ride's done before 8. So you can see Lynn and others here peeling off at Parker before we descend down to Fire Station Hill. And they decided to call it quits as a little bit of the rain is coming down. And, the rest of us are kind of looking at each other. It's raining a little bit. We've committed this far. We're here. Okay, we'll keep going. And it was freaking epic. It was the most torrential rain I think I've definitely ever experienced on a bike, and this was just the beginning of it, as we're seeing some footage here as we're headed north. Yeah, this is just showing a little bit of the rain. It gets much worse later, and we had to be careful in the corners here. We couldn't bomb through it like we normally do. Do I regret going? No. Do I regret an epic day? No. Am I glad I didn't crash? Yes. Oh, that's one thing I'll say. These 25mm tires, so much better grip than my old 23mm tires. I feel so much more confident on these tires. PSI about 90 for this ride. So compared to, say, 110 on my 23s, it is night and day. Big time. I'm reminded of the words of Shakespeare from King Henry the Fifth. What is this? King Henry the what? The Fifth. Yes. And he says, this is from the famous St. Crispin's speech. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he today that sheds his sweat with me shall be my brother. Be he never so vile, this day shall gentle his condition. And gentlemen in Richardson, Plano, and Dallas, now abed, shall think themselves accursed they were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap, whilst any speaks that rode with us upon Popeye's ride today. Yes, the famous words of Shakespeare. So here we are on Renner, and this is the climb after Breckenridge Park, and it's starting to get worse. It got a lot worse as we headed back west on Renner. I hate riding in the rain, and that's because of a couple things. One thing is, it's a little bit dangerous, and you never know what the person in front of you is going to do. Number two, it destroys your bearings. I found that out the hard way. So I'm someone that had to replace all the bearings in my wheels. Cost me a fair bit of money because I bought all the equipment to do it myself, including the drifts and the press and everything else. But now I know I can do it. It's cheap now for me because I can do it myself. But I'm not a big fan of the toll it takes on your bike to ride in the rain. Here we are, and you're going to see pretty soon, yeah, there was some lightning there, more lightning here. The GoPro does not adequately capture just how freaking hard the rain was coming down. At one point, as we were passing under, under 75 coming up here, my eyes started burning. I could barely see. Like the sweat was getting in my eyes. It was tough and hard. So we're going to get to the worst part up here, and this is where we're coming up to 75 here, and it was really coming down hard. It was lightning, thunder, cars spraying us with water as we went by, freaking river on the right side of the road here. And we go through this light here, and we thought we'd been the worst of it. We're only, like a mile away, less than half a mile away from the finish here. And it gets worse. Yes, it got worse. So, how could it get worse, you would say? Well, did a tornado come and fling you across the sky? No, wasn't that bad, thank goodness. Of course, you never know what's going to happen on one of these bad Texas weather days. So these freaking forecasters caused the crit to be canceled because of the bad forecast, but you know, we looked in the forecast, it was improved, so let's go out for a group ride instead. They were incorrect. They were incorrect about the timing of 8:45 for the bad weather. So right now, here, it started freaking to hail. And it's not a great feeling to be out on your bike as hail's coming down. So here you can see the hail start pelting us. So like one organism, we're like, oh, we better get shelter immediately. Let's immediately like hide behind this sign right here. There's a big sign, right? We can huddle in there, and as the hail's coming down sideways. And as soon as I put my foot down right here, right calf goes into a cramp, and I'm just, ouch. And we look over to the right, and there's no shelter. That sign is up against this little hill. There's nothing. There's like one bush. Tumber's sitting there trying to get some shelter. We run under this tree. You can see the hail bouncing around us. Thank goodness it wasn't big hail. Just minor hail. Not a big deal, but it really sucked. Running behind the evergreen tree over there. The hail didn't last all that long. Just a little bit. Yeah, about this point it mainly let up. But yeah, at this point you're beginning to wonder if it was such a great idea to come out on this ride. But freaking epic. That was all of us dashing into the grass trying to get away from the hail. I think this is the first time the pop ride in my memory has ended on the sidewalk. After we all recovered from hiding in the bushes. So great ride.
It's gonna look weird on your video. Peloton on the
I know, like the moment we all like dash off our bikes and like run for behind the sign, except there's no shelter behind the sign.
We all had helmets on.
Right. This has got to be one of the more epic pop rides. I think it was pretty epic before the hail.